And if I do, y'all can go home without me and I'll stay here.
You can get in the pond over there.
You can stay with the dogs and work at the tree farm.
Okay.
We are at a Christmas tree farm. We're gonna pick out a Christmas tree, guys. It's actually kind of cold. That's why I have this big coat on, especially down in this little valley. There's no sun. So basically there's several different types of trees here. Some of the bigger ones have already been cut. We're walking through here seeing some stobs and whatnot. But this place is called Westwood Farms. Didn't even know this place existed. We were probably just gonna go to Lowe's or something like we usually do. And then we found out that we could come to this place, get a tree. It's across the Georgia line, not that far from home. And so we're here and we're gonna pick something out for mom and dad at mom and dad's house, a tree to have there. So they're looking at one over here. Do you like?
What? Yeah.
That's, I like.
This farm is really nice. They got a lot of trees and it's in a really pretty place. I had no idea this was down here.
Me either. That's what I said. I tell you right now, it's kind of chilly. I see some moving water down there. Is there any fish there? Can I come back and fish this if I promise to give you publicity?
You can go down there and see if there's fish.
All right, still looking around, guys. No, I think I can pick this tree out.
3 down from that.
We're considering this tree, but we want to keep looking. And they said, how are we going to remember where it's at? I said, I can remember. Katie knows. There's just so many trees up through here. Different sizes. There's one out there I see that I kind of like. Maybe I'll show that to them too. Corey is filming a video for mom. So I'm just getting a little bit of footage to show you some holiday fun. So you can tell that these trees down here are a different type of tree than these up here. So there's kind of little pockets of different species of trees that you could get here. Even those, that little circle under those, close to those tents up there, you can see that's a different type of tree. And even those way up there look a little different. So I've never seen, never been to a place like this where there's just different types of trees. Some of these, it may be the ones that look like this, I can't remember, but I smelled one of them. Some of them are like super citrusy. They smell so good. I like this one. I like that one up there too. This one is tall, but we could trim that little part. What do you think?
I don't know. They're all pretty.
You got anything else to say?
I'm hungry.
You read my mind. I'm hungry too. Mama, hungry?
Yeah.
Daddy, hungry?
Hungry? Always.
Daddy's always unfed.
So am I.
Yeah.
So is you. But this is really cool. This is a really neat experience to kind of be in here with all these trees. And I guess this is baby's first Christmas, even though he's not born, but kind of, you know what I'm saying. I think that's sweet. Went back down to the bottom. Then we came back up to the top. Still trying to decide. They actually have some trees that have already been cut, like more like fir trees, probably what we've had in the past, and they are beautiful. But I also think that it would be cool to cut one, even if they're a little bit different. So still making decisions. Funny, I didn't mean to wear my green coat. I kind of matched the Christmas tree farm. I forgot I bought this coat. I bought it last winter, and this has really been the first really cold enough weather where I felt like I could put it on. It was kind of cold in October, but I just wasn't really out much. So we found a tree, and we cut it down, and it's actually none of the ones that we looked at. We went back and forth between one or two, but we got a tree, and we're going to put it through the I don't know what you call that, the thing that puts the net around it, so that we can get it tied to the top of the car and take it home and put it in the house. So this is, like I said, something totally different than what we've done, but I'm really excited. So I like this grass. It's fluffy.
I was going to say, if we come through and make sure we open the door.
I mean, some of that's probably I don't know, it might be like a foot deep in places. It looks really fluffy, like you could just crawl in it. I bet you Binks would like to get in it.
Yeah.
on cars, so I'm used to
Soft.
So, are you happy with our tree?
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Got our tree. They're tying it on top of the car, and we're about to head home with our tree. We may stop somewhere and get something to eat. I hope it's strapped down good. We'll have to sit next to where we can see our tree. If someone steals it, we'll have to come out.
Give him the old 1-2.
That's right, give him the 1-2.
But I'm gonna make some sausage balls. I thought this might be just kind of a nice snack for him to have during the game, and I haven't had these sausage balls in a long time. This is a really good recipe. It's really easy. This was a recipe that I got from someone that I used to work with several years ago, and it's just really good. It's something that we all like to eat, and it's got a really good dipping sauce at the end, so stay tuned for that. Really, all you have to do is just mix it all together. I like to mix it with my hands because I think it's easier. Of course, I wash them really well beforehand. And then you just drop them into 1-inch balls and bake them. I've just got a mild sausage. You could do hot if you wanted, but I think mild, is what we tend to like better. So Katie is with me here, and Olive is over at the table messing with her. We actually went out to the thrift store and the car wash and the Mexican restaurant today, and we've actually got a video about that, so I'll leave a link in the description if you haven't seen that one. I try to break up this sausage as much as I can in little pieces before I start really mixing it all together. Alright, I like to try to get it started kind of together before I add the milk. You really just kind of got to keep working with it. It takes a little while to get it all mixed in together. Now I'm just going to roll them out into about 1-inch size balls, and these are going to bake for about 15-20 minutes at 400 degrees. Washed my hands a little because it's hard to form balls with it all stuck to my hands. So what makes this recipe so good is the dipping sauce, and it sounds like it would be really weird and not very good, but it's really good. So the lady that I worked with several years ago, she made the dipping sauce out of mustard and apple jelly. Apple jelly probably is better, but all I've got on hand right now is peach. You just want something that's got, I guess, maybe like a low flavor profile. I suppose you could use something like blackberry, but that might be kind of strange. Probably still tastes okay though. So I've got peach, and I'm going to do a 1/2 cup of peach jelly and then just add the mustard to taste. This is peach jelly that I made last year. Maybe I can make some apple jelly next year. It's going to take pretty much all of this jelly, but that's alright. So I usually try to add the mustard just real slowly, because once you've added too much, you can't take it back out, of course. So I don't know, I would add like maybe just a tablespoon at a time. Stir it together and then see what it tastes like. I don't actually think it needs any more mustard than that. It's good, but it is a little bit strange because you can really taste the peach flavor. But especially once you dip the sausage ball in it, you're going to probably mostly taste sausage, so should be good. Now we just have to wait for the sausage balls to come out. So these are done. They're slightly bigger than I thought they would be. I guess I rolled them out pretty big. This back here is the smallest one. I started out rolling small and then I kind of got bigger, but it doesn't really matter just however big or small you want them. They bake really nice on the parchment paper like this. That kind of lets the bottom get crusty. So I'm going to let these cool just a little as long as we can stand, and we'll dip them in our sauce and give them a try.
Yawning. I'm so
Katie's ready to go to sleep.
No, not for you, doo-doo. It's hot.
Good?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
Very good. If you need a sausage ball recipe that's simple, but also very good, this is your one.
And I'll leave the recipe in the description below. It's just getting old and wore out. So this is my tradition every year to put a wreath on my car.
Oh, gosh.
I'm making Daddy stand out here in the cold and put it on. This is a wreath I got from Walmart, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I remember this. This is fun.
Yeah, it's a pain to thread them through there. You always put a wreath on your truck a long time ago, didn't you?
Yeah, I did for a while when I was young.
Didn't you make yours?
Yeah, I made it out of... I don't remember what I made. I remember I made it out of the wire part of it was a guy wire off a telephone pole that I'd found.
That's
And
funny.
it was real super stiff, so I knew it would take it.
I meant to get one of these for Austin's truck and just put it on there and not tell him and see what he said.
Yeah.
I still have time, I might do that. This held up pretty well to just be a cheap wreath from Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be 4 or 5 years old. One of these would be real pretty on Katie's truck.
Mm-hmm. That's what I had them on back in the day, was one of those trucks.
Right.
Could zip tie that around like that.
Yeah, if you want
Instead
to.
of blowing in the breeze if you wanted.
Probably make it stay on there longer. I don't want to lose my bow.
Zip ties are fantastic.
They are, they're very handy.
It's already broke off some right there. See it?
It has. I wonder if Olive chewed that.
I don't know, looks like little bite marks.
It does.
Good idea she might have.
She might have done that.
She chews everything else we got.
She does. All right, thanks, Daddy.
There you go, Merry Christmas.
Another.
Happy New Year. Goodbye. I got stuff to do.
Dad's out. Another year of the wreath on Corey's car. This is just a quick shot of the built-ins that Dad made for my room, so I'd have a little bit more storage, and man, he did such a fantastic job. I absolutely love them. They're almost kind of how I want them, each little cubby space. I still have some organizing to do and a little bit of work of getting stuff where I want it and how I want it. But for the most part, this is somewhat close to what I want it to be as far as having everything on each shelf. And of course, I do have some storage for some baby clothes and some diapers and things that babies need. So I'm pretty satisfied with how they turned out. I'm actually really satisfied. I love them, and I'm so thankful and so grateful that he's made me these built-ins and that he is so capable and able to just build anything. So thank you, Daddy. I love them. And I do have my fruit snacks hiding right there. Also, I know that this has been in a few of my videos, this chair, but this is a rocking chair that I bought and put together so that I'd have something to rock the baby in. And that's an old vintage quilt that I bought at a yard sale that I put over the back of it. And of course, my Christmas tree. But this is pretty cool. I think my setup of how I want things to be for when baby gets here is really pretty much almost done. It's very close. So I like my rocking chair, and I really like this ornament. Someone sent me this, and there was no identification, no name or anything like that. So I don't know who sent me this, but whoever you are, I put it right on my tree. I love it. Thank you so much. And of course, it's right next to Bink's. We're making supper at Mom and Dad's. We're making supper for everyone. We got shrimp and rice and vegetables. I think it's going to be pretty good. Oh, smelling super good right now.
Now, combine.
Yeah. We enjoy cooking on the Blackstone. It just gives everything a really good flavor. And then plus it really allows you to sear things, which is nice. It's pretty cold.
It's a little chilly, yeah.
Yeah. I'm all bundled up. It was maybe like 32 this morning. My guess is right now maybe it's back down in the 40s.
Probably something like that, yeah.
So it's fairly chilly.
Oh, yeah.
But it's always fun to cook outside. I think it seems like everything cooked outside tastes better somehow.
It does. I certainly love stuff cooked on the grill or Blackstone or whatever. That's
what I was going to say, whether it's the grill, Blackstone, Coleman stove, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Always good.
It's fun to cook outside.
Oh, yeah.
It's also nice sometimes for us to cook for Mom and Dad because we eat over here. It kind of depends. Sometimes we eat over here once a week. Sometimes we eat over here 2 or 3 times a week.
Just depends, yeah.
But it's nice for us to cook for them for a change. We always help if we're here and, of course, help clean up and all that kind of stuff. But it's just nice to actually cook the meal, you know, for them since they're usually doing it.
I think we're probably ready to pull it off.
All right.
Put it in this bowl here.
Yeah. And I don't really know why, but for me, there's something about cooking here at Mom's and especially washing dishes that just seems so much easier than at our house. I think that's just because, I mean, I lived here for so long and used this kitchen and all that. And her kitchen is bigger. Her sink is way deeper than our sink.
Well, yeah, our sink is tiny, so it kind of a little bit different.
So I kind of enjoy cooking and cleaning here because it feels really easy. And then when I go home, I can just go home. And that's nice. Plus, it's always great to eat here with them.
Oh, yeah.
Always enjoy that. And now this time of year, we can eat and enjoy the Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
I will take you over here and show you an up-close view here. Looks pretty good. Thank you, Chef Austin.
You're welcome.
These are leftover cheese biscuits that Mom made last night, so I think this would go good with our shrimp and rice. Hope you like it. A while back ago in a video, I mentioned that I was going to make some herbal mouthwash. I made this years ago and I really liked it and meant to make more and just never have. But now that Katie and I both are pregnant, we're just trying to take extra care of our gums as they can get kind of irritated and things like that. This herbal mouthwash is very easy. All you do is basically just pour the herbs in a jar, and we're going to use grain alcohol. So I'm using just 100 proof vodka, and it's going to set for 2 to 3 weeks. I'll shake it and just make sure everything is getting incorporated, and then when it's done, I will strain out the herbs, put it into a dropper bottle, and then that's when I will put in my essential oils. So I'm going to use peppermint and tea tree. That's what the recipe calls for, and I will leave a link in the description to the recipe. Tea tree is just very antimicrobial, antibacterial. Of course, peppermint will be nice to have the mint. Like I said, we used this in the past, me, Mom, Katie, Dad, and we really had good results with it. When you're done with it and it's in the dropper bottle, you just take about 30 or 40 drops, put it in some water, and you just swish it and spit it out just like you do normal mouthwash. So I'm going to go ahead and make some. So this is cloves, peppermint, rosemary, and plantain, and when I went to the herb store, I actually told them you could just put it all in the same bag because it's all going into the same recipe. So that was very handy. So this is 8 ounces of vodka. I'm spilling a little bit. And then I'm just going to put the lid on. Give it a shake just so everything is getting saturated with the vodka, because the vodka is what is going to pull out all the properties of these herbs that we want. And then I'm just going to set that in a cool, dark place. Try to remember to shake it every day or every couple days or so. And then in 2 or 3 weeks, it will be ready to strain out and add the essential oils. Like I said, I will leave a link in the description if you want to see the recipe and make it yourself. Hey, Bink. So you sitting on your heating pad? Yeah. Bink is doing very well. He is just hanging out. What you think, Binks? Yeah? Said, give me some of them treaties? Is that what you want? He says, give me some of them treaties. He loves to hang out on my bench. That's what he's all about. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you think it's your bench, don't you? Is that really your bench? Yeah? Oh, goodness. It's really yours, ain't it? But yes, it's not mine. It's yours. Oh. What'd you see? Wanted to play, huh? Yeah. Katie is making jewelry, and I wanted to come down and take a little look at the creek. It's pretty cool out this morning, and the creek is so pretty this time of year because it stays so clear, and it's always fun to just take a walk down here and look at it. So I'm down here wrapping today, and I know I am not the best wrapper by no means. But I'm wrapping a few things. As you might guess, this calendar is for Katie. As you might guess, that calendar is for Katie. So hopefully she won't see this part of the video. But what we like to do on our name tags is we like to write funny things. We actually learned this from a friend. So instead of putting... So I'll put, of course, to Katie, because it's Katie's. But instead of saying from Corey and Austin, I'm going to say from Dr. Sloan. We like to just come up with all kinds of random things for the from section, and that's been something that's really fun. So Dr. Sloan is the doctor on Diagnosis Murder, and we've been watching that a lot. So when Katie looks at this, you will see to Katie from Dr. Sloan. Sometimes I will put Willie Nelson. Sometimes I just come up with random names that I don't even know anyone named Bobby, but I'll put Bobby. I've just put so many different names. Binks, Olive. I'll just put so many different things just because it's funny. I'll do this to Katie, Dad, Austin. He does it too, but it's just something that's kind of fun. I'm going to switch out my wrapping paper here. I just like to use different colors. So, I'm going to put this on the other side. This one is going to be for Mom. So I have got to come up with a good name for her. I have to be thinking on that while I'm wrapping. This one's something funny. Since this is so soft, it's easy to just fold it at the sides like that and fold it up. I really like to wrap things better than I do put them in a bag. So I will wrap pretty much anything, even if it's not exactly wrappable. We also had the same friend who taught us how to do the funny names. They taught us that you can wrap anything. She's like, I can wrap anything, even if it's circular. So, and we don't try to get super fancy with our wrapping because it's going to be tore open anyways. So, I don't worry about it. I will say though, this paper come from Hobby Lobby. And I really like their paper because it's a good price and it's very strong and sturdy. So I definitely try to get paper from Hobby Lobby. Of course, we don't have a Hobby Lobby anywhere near where we live, but there's one in Buford where Austin's parents live. So I made sure this year to stop by and get some. So this is, let me find, there's my pen. Okay, this is to Mom. I'm going to say from Tony Rice. For those of you who don't know who Tony Rice is, he was a legendary bluegrass musician. And we grew up listening to him. We listened to him a lot. So this will be funny for her to see to Mom from Tony Rice. Let me get this piece of paper back and see maybe if I could. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can wrap that. Because if I put it in a bag, it's going to be top heavy anyways. This is for Dad, so hopefully he won't watch this. I don't think so. I have most of Austin's things wrapped, so I definitely put all kinds of funny names on his, but most of his are wrapped. But I would do one more for Dad. This is a saw, so that he could use it to saw out things in the woods when he's clearing space for deer stands and things like that. And I think and I can probably just fold that over the same kind of way. So I'm gonna leave a little extra. So I'm just gonna do it just like that. And just like that. That is good enough for me. Now I'm going to just fold the edges. Alright, that's good. Left myself some more edges on this side. I'm just going to fold that on up like that, and it's not super pretty, but I don't really think it matters. And that's going to be good enough. Now, I have to think of a really good name for Dad. Okay, I think maybe I have one. To Dad. Also, I want to use just a little bit more tape right here where that's sticking up. Okay, I think this is gonna be To Dad from Fred Bear. I doubt many people will know who he is, but he was a bow hunter back in the day, and Dad really loved him, and he's got his books and all that kind of stuff. So this will be funny for Dad to see from Fred Bear, because even though this is not really anything to do with bows, it will be something that will help him when he is bow hunting. Of course, in the past, I've used all the Golden Girls names for Katie, any musicians that we listen to. I think, though, this year my personal favorite has been Dr. Sloan. I need to write. I don't think I've used Matlock yet. I need to put that, or Chuck Norris from Walker, Texas Ranger, because we've been watching that too. This farm is really nice. It's really cool. There's a lot of trees. Are you even looking? You don't have no idea if I'm
I am looking. I know. I was just checking to make sure nothing was on my 20. But Christmas trees.
Okay. It says giant tarantulas have been known to keep tiny frogs as pets to prevent insects from eating the tarantulas. Maybe you'll stay together one more year. What's happening right here? I think that's upside down. Or is it? No, it's not. Quit. There might be something under there.
There's not, and you're done. Get up out of here. You're done. Leave this kitchen. You're done. You're done. Out.